I might upload this first, might upload it after the fact, might not even upload the other videos. Started taking apart my steering column in my truck. See, the steering column's out. Yep. Had a bad upper bearing, it was clicking for years, 2009, since about, it was snowing, I was sliding around, started going click, 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 oh no, bearing. Putting it off for a while, because I knew it was going to be a pain in the ass. I was looking for alternatives, I said, maybe I'll buy a tilt column, and tilt columns at the junkyard, they suck. So, took this column apart, had to remove this housing over here, 4 bolts, after you get all your turn signal stuff out. Alright, comes apart. Pieces go everywhere. I'm doing this on the truck now. Everywhere pieces. I'm going, I'm never going to get this thing back together. It's over with. This thing's junk. You know, bring it to the junkyard, all that. And it's not a good attitude to have. Because, as you see, about a day later, got it all back together. The only casualty was the, like that, was the buzzer switch clip, which broke, but I got one from California, and it's expensive, and I think I paid like maybe 25 bucks for a freaking clip. But you know what? A good repair is a repair that is not detectable, and in order to make it a good repair, I'm going to have to put back in that buzzer switch, so it looks like I've never been in there. So that's what I did. Ignition switch, that was breaking my balls. I forgot how it was installed, but I did mark it. That's what helped me out. I probably would have never figured it out. Ignition switch goes up like this, the ears go over, and then the dimmer switch goes like this. I put it in the exact same spot because it has witness marks. So always look at your witness marks when you take stuff apart. It's all rusty down there, paint started coming off, repainted it. Put on a new turn signal switch just to do it. Well, not turn signal, I mean wiper, because this has 155,000 miles on it. But you know what, new is not always better, so maybe that one would outlast a new one. I don't know, but it has a new one. Oh yeah, like I was saying, when you take these apart, you can take it apart from the top. Okay, but once you disconnect this piece, you want your ignition switch and your dimmer out of here so you can pull these rods up, because the rods are going to travel up with the whole little ignition assembly with the gear and everything. That's what I did on the truck. This wasn't disconnected. It was a disaster. Ouch. Another thing is your shifter bowl over here in these standard tilt columns has a little bushing in there. They call it a bearing, but it's really a bushing. That's going to come out with it too. And in order to take this off, you have to have, there's like little keys in the column, and that has to be in the proper orientation in order to get this shifter bowl off. And then put the shifter back on. We're still getting tired talking. Putting these two pieces on, you gotta pull back on your shifter lever, and then it'll all come back together. Tighten your screws. I use Loctite, even though it's not a tilt column, and it's back together. Everything works as it should. I don't know if the wiper does, because it's brand new, but it should. And I just gotta clean it up, just throw it back in the truck, and next week I'm gonna be taking it apart again. Just the top piece, so they gotta put that buzzer back in. I'll show you what the buzzer is. Alright, this is the buzzer switch. It's a little bit warped, if you can see that, but you know what? That's all we got. We gotta reuse it. This clip, however, broke. I think it broke because this clip went flying out of here when all the other parts went flying out. I go, where did this clip go? I spent like an hour looking for where this thing went. Then I was thinking, yawn again, need some coffee. But I was thinking, looking at this, it had to be spring loaded. Sure enough, it was. I put it in wrong, so I'm not looking at the orientation like an idiot. It goes like that. Little clip goes underneath, that goes like that, and that locks into it. I put it in upside down or something like that, bent it to crap, broke it. Bought a new one, like 25 bucks like I said. But the buzzer switch does still work on this, and there's a little like finger that comes down for the ignition, and that just touches it like that. And that's what makes it go meep, meep, meep. Key goes on. So we gotta put that back. And about it. Want to see what the truck looks like? Whoa, look at that hole in there, man. Tell you what, removing a steering shaft when the whole column's loosey and flopping around, not easy. Because it's all bashing around over here. Yep, got a big open hole in here. It looks kind of like a junkyard truck. Just broke 155. I ripped some of the insulation, but we got some black duct tape, put it over there. Look, goody. Oh, another thing, that reminds me. Do not forget this. Brake light switch. I made a video of that, how pain in the ass the brake light switch is. Oh, look at that. Look at that, right there. My clip's on wrong, so I'm going to put it in the right spot before putting that column through. And I'll also grease my little brake pedal. Why not? You know, I could probably use some greasing. Oh, yeah, again. So we got greasy floor mats. Maybe greasy carpet. We got parts everywhere. Big open hole. And yeah, I gotta go upload this video, and it should be back together later. It should be running and driving, and I never would have thought I was going to see the truck running again, but it's gonna be running. When you whatever, you don't have much information on these columns. I just went back, you know, looking at like 70s columns and whatnot, and one little, I think it was Carcraft or Hot Rod, they had an article and they pretty much had the column out and they're rebuilding it from the bottom up. So I said, you know what, that's probably the only way it's going to work. Ouch. And the limited knowledge in having these columns is by removing them at the junkyard and looking at them, I just kind of figured it out. So gotta fix that clip. It's supposed to go up top and lock in, then it won't loosen up. I should really just change that thing too, but whatever, I don't care. Now I know how easy it is to remove the column. I'll just remove the damn column and I gotta change the clip. I mean the switch again. Yeah. So that's all. We got a big mess to clean up, and we gotta get this thing back together today. And as always, don't give up. You can't figure stuff out. Just keep on cracking at it, and eventually things are gonna come together, like the column did. Didn't have to buy a junkyard one. I'm happy. This column is mint now. Slides so nice. The shifter, nice work. People get like $250 for these things. So even $275 rebuilt. Get them at the whole junkyard, 35 bucks. Yeah, 35 bucks. I could have bought a whole column and got that clip. But you know what? 90 degrees. Well, feels like 90 degrees, and gas there, and pain in the ass to remove it. Screw it. Let's buy a damn clip. If I ever see a column, I'm pirating for parts. Taking all that shit apart. I'll leave the column. Well, let's grab all the little shit that breaks. So that's it. Rebuilt their first steering column. Can't believe it. Now I got a tilt to do. It's loose. Well, I didn't really make much footage, but besides the buzzer switch. This is the steering shaft. Clack, clack, clack. Should grease the steering shaft, that lithium grease. But thing goes good. No more clicking. So it used to click like right about here. Here it go, click, click. That's just the steering shaft. It's old. The key feels like butter. Turn signals are nice and tight. The high beams, I didn't. Keys on, right? Press the high beams. Lights don't flash. Put the lights on. They flash. I think that's how it always was on this truck, though. I don't think it had a individual flash function, but it's in. Check it out with the light before I go dead. Ooh, now we got a big mess to clean up. Just got my seat fixed now. Yeah, I'm happy. Very happy. So smooth. Key buzzer next week. Take it all off again. Oh, gee.